The area at the very bottom of our interface is reserved for our status bar. The status bar provides us with information about the current state of our drawing, our interface, and our mode settings. Now, our status bar is located right down here, and if we look at the left-hand corner, I can see some numbers. These numbers actually represent the current location of our cursor. Notice as I move my cursor around in model space, those numbers change. Now, those numbers are actually called coordinates, and we'll talk about coordinates in a future session. Moving to the right of the coordinates, I can see that I have a row of buttons. Now, each one of these buttons represents a mode setting, and we'll talk about the various mode settings as we progress through the title. For right now, I want you to know that each one of these buttons is a toggle, meaning if I click on it once, I turn it on. If I click on it again, I turn it off. I'm going to click on the ortho mode. Let me click on this guy once. Notice he drops down to show that he's in the on state. Any button that is up is in the off state. Now, what I'd like you to do right now, I'm going to go through and turn all of my modes off. Once again, as we get to these, we'll talk about them fully, but for right now, I'm going to pop all of these buttons up with the exception of model. Be careful of model. I'm going to show you why. Let me click on model. Yeah, that can be scary if you're just using the program. Hey, my screen looks different. What this actually did was it popped us out onto a layout tab. And if you think you're going to return by clicking on this again, unfortunately, you don't. So be careful of that guy. If we want to go back to our drafting board, or if we want to return to model space, we have to come up and click on our model tab. So for right now, go through and pop up all of your mode settings, and we'll get into those in the future sessions. If I move to the far right of my screen, I can see I've got a little padlock. This padlock allows me to lock my interface. This prevents me from making accidental changes, moving things around on my screen. Let me show you how it works. Right now, it's in the unlocked state. I'm going to click the padlock, and then I'm going to come up to the All option, and I'm going to select Locked. And when I do, watch the little handles on the toolbars. When I click Locked, the little handles disappear. That means that I can no longer drag these guys away. I can't accidentally modify my interface. I'm going to unlock those. I'm going to come down once again and click the padlock, select All, and I'm going to select Unlocked. One more feature on the status bar I'd like to talk about is the Clean Screen option. All the way down in the far right corner, I've got this little blue square. This guy represents Clean Screen. If you use a laptop or if you use a machine with a small monitor, this guy can be very helpful. I'm going to click Clean Screen, and notice that AutoCAD eliminates almost 100% of our interface to give us the most real estate for our drafting. If I want to bring back my toolbars in my interface, I'm just going to come back and click on Clean Screen once again to turn it off. So if we need information about the current state of our interface, our mode settings, or even the location of our cursor, we only need to look to the bottom of our screen and view our status bar.